This is the newsroom.
This is the newsroom for today, Monday, October 13th, 2025. We are broadcasting to you on E1, SKAR TV, NTN, and TARZEE TV in Bartica. In headlines, oil production offshore goes closer to 1 million barrels per day. After major East Bank congestion, President reads Riot Act to contractors.
And if the contractor can't get it right, I'm going to ask the AG to examine the terms of contract and have you dealt with.
And in sport, thousands attend historic drag race meet in Berbice and wins for Demerara and Berbice as Senior Super50 Cup holds off. With the news, I am Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for joining us. We start off by telling you that with another vessel offshore operational in the giant Stabroek block, Guyana's total production has gone past 700,000 barrels of oil per day. This is according to the president of ExxonMobil Guyana, Alistair Routledge. Beyond this latest venture, ExxonMobil and its co-venturers are preparing for the startup of other projects offshore, all with the goal of producing more than 1 million barrels of oil daily by the end of this decade.
The Yellowtail project started up on the 8th of August, ahead of around 4 months ahead of the budget basis, the funding basis, continuing the trend of extremely efficient project execution. Within 30 days, we began injecting gas for the first time on the reservoir. Following also our priority of ensuring that we're taking care of the environment. And now we're just past the 60 days. We issued a notice to the EPA that we've concluded those gas system commissioning activities. We're in background flare. And now what we're focused on is the final preparations in order to be able to increase the production to the full plateau rate. But you'll see the Ministry of Natural Resource will shortly be releasing the September production data, but we're already producing around over 770,000 barrels a day sorry, I don't think it was quite that, 740,000 barrels a day in September. So well on the path towards the 900,000 barrels a day that we anticipated we'd be producing by the end of this year.
Now, there was major congestion along the east bank of Demerara on Saturday due to the ongoing road expansion project. A day after the incident, Guyana's President Dr. Irfaan Ali summoned the contractors, China Road and Bridge Corporation, and other stakeholders and read them the Riot Act. For him, better systems should be in place to prevent such major inconveniences.
Ongoing construction work led to the traffic build-up near Soestdijk along the East Bank Demerara roadway on Saturday. It was a chaotic situation with commuters stuck in traffic for hours, and some individuals, like passengers, headed to the Chedijagan International Airport were forced to walk to catch their flights on time. A day after the incident, Guyana's President Dr. Irfaan Ali summoned the contractors, China Road and Bridge Corporation, and other stakeholders. He read them the Riot Act.
This is the last time I intend to speak to the contractor and consultant, because the consultant is equally to be blamed, as well as the site engineer. And if the contractor can't get it right, I'm going to ask the AG to examine the terms of contract and have you dealt with.
Must remain at the scene until the roadwork is done.
From the policing perspective, I've asked the commissioner to put a permanent posture in that entire stretch of road with a containerized control system that will be supported by our drone team, and to have drone management of the traffic.
With these measures, the President hopes there will be no recurrence of Saturday's woes. For the newsroom, Lizina Yearwood.
Now, young girls from across Guyana were celebrated at a special event held to mark International Day of the Girl Child at the Umanayana on Monday. The event, hosted by the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, focused on empowering girls to access opportunities, overcome challenges, and lead in their communities. The highlight of the event featured successful and influential Guyanese women who engaged directly with the girls about their own struggles to get where they are today.
It was an inspiring and eventful day for several young girls on Monday as the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security celebrated International Day of the Girl Child. A number of influential women leaders shared their personal journeys of sacrifice, resilience, and success. Among them were Cathy Smith, the first female president of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, attorney Pauline Chase, environmentalist Annette Arjun, Chancellor of the Judiciary Acting Yonette Edwards, Olympian Chelsea Edgell, and environmental economist Pradeepa Bolanath.
In pursuit of your passion, there will be challenges. You will stumble, you will fall, but the important thing is to get back on your feet.
It's one of those things where, yes, you have to sacrifice a lot, but it requires a lot of discipline, dedication, resilience in order to achieve what it is you want to achieve.
Nothing lasts forever. Think about the time that you were able to overcome what you were going through and said, you know what, I will overcome this.
For me to be a leader of tomorrow, one has to just have that inner strength.
Minister of Human Services and Social Security Dr. Vindi Prasad explained that while girls continue to face challenges, she highlighted that more girls are completing school and making their mark in both the public and private sectors.
As girls, you come from various places in our country. You come from very many backgrounds. And so your experiences, your exposure would have shaped the girl that you are today. And we're trying in our own way to be able to have some input in the woman you will be tomorrow, while ensuring that the girl you are today, you will understand that there is support for everything that you want to do and all that you can be.
In her address, Pradeepa Bolanath focused on the impact of the climate crisis on girls. She highlighted that across Guyana, girls are stepping up as climate advocates through youth networks, environmental clubs, and school initiatives, proving that leadership is defined not by age or title, but by purpose.
Together and alone, we are strong. We are strong individually, and we are strong as a collective. And that is really a powerful statement because today girls face so many barriers in our everyday lives, in our work, in society at large. And we have to work very hard at breaking those barriers, reshaping our communities, leading movements of justice, science, sustainability as we chart the path to our development. And nowhere is that leadership more needed or more visible than on the front lines of the climate crisis.
While the event focused on empowering girls to access opportunities and overcome challenges, it also featured sport, dance, and yoga sessions. For Newsroom, Isinella Patwo.
The new Soma Hotel and Restaurant in Houston, Greater Georgetown, opened on Saturday, creating between 60 to 100 direct and indirect jobs and boosting Guyana's hospitality sector. Soma is a venture by Total Tech, a Guyanese-owned company in the oil and gas and logistics sectors.
The first phase of SOMA will create 60 to 100 direct and indirect jobs for Guyanese men and women. From the front desk staff to the chefs, to the maintenance technicians, to the service teams, and to the managers, this project is creating a genuine opportunity for professional growth, training, and leadership development for Guyanese. It also provides a platform for Guyanese suppliers, farmers, and service providers to participate in the sustainable value chain that we're creating and building here. As we look ahead and we see SOMA not as a single project, but at the beginning of a larger vision, where affordable accommodation, efficient, high-quality accommodation, dining, hospitality become available across multiple key development zones throughout Guyana.
Still to come, motorcades across the country start the Diwali celebrations. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is the newsroom. Diwali celebrations across the country have gotten underway with several motorcades being hosted by the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha ahead of the finale on Sunday night. At the weekend, the newsroom's Avedesh Narain and Jeremy Jack group went to Providence on the east bank of Demerara and the ancient county of Berbice for the motorcades.
दुर्गा मैया हमारे गलियाना, हे दुर्गा मैया हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना, हमारे गलियाना। हे दुर्गा, हे दुर्गा, हे दुर्गा मैया हमारे गलियाना, हे दुर्गा मैया हमारे गलियाना।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाती पार्वती पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा
Guyana seeking medical support from Qatar. This and other stories when the newsroom returns. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is the newsroom. Guyana is eyeing the establishment of a Qatar Red Crescent medical office here. Speaking at a dinner held in honor of the visiting medical team, President Irfan Ali said that the initiative aims to build a long-term partnership with Qatar. He noted that the partnership will explore various forms of collaboration, including administrative and technical support, as Guyana continues to develop its medical capacity. The team arrived in the country last week and conducted dozens of life-saving surgeries for children and adults.
This is the beginning of a long relationship between the Red Crescent from Qatar and the government of Guyana, and we hope that the building of this relationship can also benefit the region as a whole. Allow me to express our gratitude not only to you, but to the Emir and government of Qatar for their very important leadership that is based on service to humanity, that is based on equity, and built on a foundation of trust, love, and human dignity. Qatar has been leading in many areas of global development, and Qatar has also been leading in all efforts to enhance humanity and build stronger global citizens. Today, because of your work with us in transferring technology and knowledge and building partnership, we have advanced one step closer in our bilateral relationship. We have advanced in a more dignified way, because when you save your life or when you have these interventions, it is not only about the people who benefit, it's about the nation and the country that will benefit from human assets that will continue to live a healthy and fulfilling life. We want to set up the Red Crescent office in the Western Hemisphere here in Guyana, and we are willing to partner from an administrative perspective and also from a technical perspective with the skills that we will be developing, because we know we live in a region that is susceptible to natural disasters, and we want to be able to also build our capacity to help our brothers and sisters in the region in time of need. So that is something that we have also put on the table. I know that the team is already working on a long-term relationship that will have a program intervention, if not every 4 months, twice per year, but they're going to work on a program set of interventions. So this will be a long-term relationship that we'll be building.
And as Guyana continues its rapid economic transformation, small businesses are increasingly being encouraged to think beyond local borders, according to the Chief Executive Officer of Go Invest, Dr. Peter Ramswarup. Speaking at a recent event, Dr. Ramswarup said that the government is relying heavily on its relationship with the British Chamber of Commerce in Guyana, that's BritCham, as many are now considering export markets and the United Kingdom is being positioned as a key destination. The Chamber's chairman, Faisal Khan, said there are now faster paths to securing deals and products launches.
We are working with BritCham on looking at if smaller businesses wanted to go, especially we've been pushing a lot on the export side. They're great Guyanese products that should be on the shelves in any supermarket in London or anywhere else. We know rum and so is there. So we're still evaluating how to best look at those businesses and what would be best to increase trade.
If you're a Guyanese business owner and you were trying to do a business opportunity in America or Canada, you need to book an appointment for a visa. You'd have to go to the embassy. You'd have to wait for the visa. We don't need to do that for England. You open up your opportunities in this modern technical world that we're in through WhatsApp and video calls. And if you get an opportunity, you just get your ticket and you fly and you start building your business in the UK.
The Rotary Club of Georgetown organized its polio walk and breakfast in Georgetown early Sunday morning. Members, supporters, and the community gathered early in the morning to participate in the symbolic walk, demonstrating their commitment to fighting this preventable disease. When the newsroom returns, your financial, weather, and bridge report along with sport. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Newsroom. Now for a look at what's happening in sport. We're starting off with some cricket news. West Indies staged a remarkable fight back against India on day 4 of the second test in Delhi, but the host closed the day scenting victory to pull off a 2-0 series win. Following on 270 runs behind, West Indies put up 390 all-out, with John Campbell scoring 115, his first test 100, and Shai Hope making 103, his third century and first in 8 years. Campbell and Hope added 177 for the third wicket to lead West Indies' resistance on a good batting wicket. After the heroics of the pair, Roston Chase chipped in with 40, and then Justin Graves and last man Jaden Seals added 79 for a final wicket to frustrate India. Graves ended unbeaten on 50, while Seals made 32. Jasprit Bumrah and Kuldeep Yadav took 3 wickets each for India, who closed the day 63 for 1, chasing 121, with Sai Sudarshan on 30 and KL Rahul on 25. Scores in the match so far: India 518 for 5 declared and 63 for 1. West Indies 248 and 390. Meanwhile, John Campbell, speaking after the day's play, lauded the West Indies' fighting spirit, which extended the match into the 5th and final day. Left-hander Campbell also touched on the batting approach with Hope during their rearguard partnership.
I think it's a big positive for us. Having not gotten the best first innings, we came out second innings and batted over 100 overs, so that's a big plus for us. Well, after any dismissal, I am disappointed. I never want to get out, but that's the nature of sport. She and I, we just wanted to bat as long as possible. That was always the plan. We both got started, so we wanted to take it as deep as possible. Well, the coaches always back us. We always have the coaches' support. They instill confidence in us. When she and I got together, we as I said earlier, we just wanted to take it as deep as possible. The hardest thing on the wicket is to start. So we wanted to fight hard for a start, and when we got that start, we tried to take it as deep as possible.
Now, defending champions Demerara kicked off their Queensway Senior Intercounty Super50 Cup with a solid 50-run victory over rivals Essequibo on Saturday, while Berbice powered to a 7-wicket win over the Select 11 on Sunday. Akim Green reports.
At Hampton Court, Demerara's innings of 229 was anchored and controlled by a 73 from captain and opener Machu Nandu. Raymond Perez at 41 and Yurshadev Balgobin 40 offered crucial support against a strong executive bowling effort led by pacer Thaddeus Lovell, who took 4 for 43. Escobar's chase faltered badly when West Indies under-19 all-rounder Jonathan Van Lang dismantled the middle order. He claimed 3 wickets in a single over, finishing with superb figures of 4 for 34. Despite contributions from Kimo Paul, who made 30, Kevon Budi 29, Escobar were bowled out for 179 in the 38th over. At the Lusignan Community Centre ground, Berbice delivered a dominant performance thanks to a clinical display from the Sinclair pair. The Select 11 were bundled out for just 139 off-spin from Junior Sinclair, who ripped through the order to claim a devastating 5 for 25 from his 10 overs. Clinton Pestano added 2 for 18. In response, Kevin Sinclair ensured the chase was quite swift and brutal. He made an explosive 75 unbeaten from 63 balls, guiding Berbice to the win with more than 20 overs to spare. The tournament continues on Tuesday when Demerara will face Select 11 at Enmore from 9 hours. For the newsroom, Akim Green.
We tell you now that a massive crowd gathered at the Rose Hall Kanji airstrip on Sunday as the Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club took drag racing to Berbice for the first time. Persons from all corners of the country gathered to witness the historic event as the GMRNSC looks to expand the sport beyond the South Dakota circuit. Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh was impressed by the huge turnout of spectators and competitors as he highlighted the positive impact of the event. President of the Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club, Mahindra Rajbudu, and Vice President Mohammed Shairaz Roshandin were also elated with the response of the public.
Very excited about this. I want to speak as a Region 6 person too. Motor racing has, of course, we have had drivers from Region 6, but we have never had really a venue in Region 6 that has had drag racing and motor racing in a big way. And so what we have seen today is incredibly exciting for me as a Berbician. And Raj, I want to thank you for bringing, I remember when you first thought of this idea, we spoke about it, and I'm really delighted to see that you have brought the sport to Region 6. And I want to ask you to make sure you do this more often, and let's think about how we can ramp up the scale of it. Let's think about how we can get more people. I think you probably have about 5,000 or 6,000 people here, mostly Berbicians, descending here on Rose Hall Kanji to see this fantastic event. We want to see this happening more often, and we want to see the scale of it grow. And so that is also incredibly exciting because bringing people into Berbice also means not only activities for Berbicians. A lot of Berbicians are here. Most of the crowd is from Berbice. They're out here. They're enjoying an event. They no longer have to travel to South Dakota to see drag racing. They're seeing it right here in Rose Hall Kanji. But we also want to see more people coming from outside of Berbice, coming to Berbice to enjoy these world-class events.
This is great. This is unexpected. This is immaculate. This is taking it to a different level. And for sure, we will come back to Berbice.
We only had 10, 12 days, the maximum, to prepare and execute this event. And we're surprised and we're happy with the turnout we got. It's fantastic. The people of Berbice, they came out in the numbers, and also they came out with competition. Yeah, we have exceeded expectations definitely, because generally to put off an event in 10 years is not possible. But to get such a big response from the crowd, it's fantastic.
And to end the news this evening, we leave you with highlights of the historic drag race meet at the Rose Hall Kanji airstrip, which attracted thousands of spectators and some of the fastest cars and bikes in the country. Here's our videographer, Shaq O'Neill Burnett, with the highlights package. Enjoy. See you back here tomorrow.
a summer rock, a summer sip a liquor.